Well, 7 Action News is here to help you get through this time of crisis. The Rebound Detroit is an initiative we're launching to help you on this difficult journey. Now, as companies take cautious steps towards reopening, company leaders are grappling with how to welcome back their workforce while keeping the coronavirus in check. And that has caused some controversy. So far, most employers are using an honor system and asking employees to self-report symptoms. But knowing for sure who's carrying the virus and who isn't will be an important part of our nation's rebound. Many employers are screening workers for COVID-19, and this is encouraged by state, local, and CDC guidelines. Some businesses are even doing temperature checks. But these passive steps may miss workers who are symptom-free or just don't admit to having symptoms. And now, some businesses are considering coronavirus testing to determine who's actively infected. But the larger the business, the larger the challenge.
So imagine a large manufacturer, maybe there's 20,000 employees showing up. That might be nearly impossible to do. But if you began with a randomized approach, use the other screening methods, and then you did serial testing to establish that the negatives were truly negative, that might be an approach.
Dr. Neil Mills is the chief medical officer at Aon, a professional services firm that advises companies on workplace benefits. He says that serial testing is needed to confirm both positive and negative cases, and the need for multiple rounds of testing will have to be communicated to people returning to work. He goes on to say that implementing testing for offices in the suburbs and with their own campuses will be easier. And it'll be more difficult for companies in cities with just a few floors in a large building. Companies are also having to navigate healthcare privacy rules and balance that with workplace safety requirements.
If someone in my workplace contracts the virus, what risk do I have? If a customer contracts the virus in my workplace, what liability exposure do I have? And how do I balance that business risk with the adverse impact of not being open?
Now, Detroit Mayor Mike Duggan says the city is now opening up testing for all Detroiters and establishing guidelines for city workers that will include testing and frequent monitoring.
Ultimately, testing is the key to getting back to normal. We got a long way to go.
So here's the rebound rundown. Testing may be needed before employees are back on the job. Employees may be tested more than once to confirm test results. Employers will have to balance worker privacy concerns and liability concerns for customers. Companies may add periodic monitoring like temperature checks to keep everyone safe. Now, Mills says Aon clients are telling their workers that offices and buildings will open when it makes sense from both a business and a health standpoint, and not just because a government leader says they can. They're looking to bring back employees in phases, and some businesses are considering more flexibility around time off policies, especially because schools are closed.